Welcome back to this shit. Welcome back to this. Welcome back to this. Magic Boy, get logged in immediately. You haven't done it. I ain't noticing nothing. You ain't got nothing done, Magic Boy. Come on now. Ain't got a damn. I need 3 gears. Some shit. Come on, Magic Boy. Oh, Lord. Not George, Lord. Magic Void have all kinds of farming done, a bunch of components. I mean, what has he done? He logged in, he took a look around, he logged off. What the hell? That's unbelievable. Like some nerves been building. Look at that. Some nerves been up to no good. Climbing around. Building the cane. That's not good. No, it's not. 13 days. The fuck is the cane? This ain't the cane. What the fuck was that shit then? Building the cane. A glitch, I guess. Log in, Magic Boy. Is this thing even live? Who knows? Log in, Magic Boy immediately. Man, ain't done a thing. What's he been doing all day? Peeping in windows or something? Log in. What's going on? going on? You guys still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Trump president. Like, I don't understand the move. I don't, like, he can't be retarded. Like, he's not. He has to know what he's doing. He has to know how it makes him look. But he just keeps doing it. And I wonder what the real reason is. Because if he was actually in those files, like if he had done something, he wouldn't even be talking about this shit. He'd be fucking. I mean, when do you hear these other guys talking about it that are supposedly in it? You don't hear Bill Clinton sitting around talking about it. And he's like making everybody talk about it now. The Democrats are like holding votes and shit. Like, what? I saw on CNN they asked some woman, some Democrat politician, why she didn't want to see the Epstein list when Biden was president or any of these other presidents. Why is she just now bringing this up? And she said she was busy. I mean, what? The Democrats are the worst political party. I mean, even at a time where they should be like, this should be good for them, but it's not. They keep popping up going, yeah, release it. And then everyone's like, why didn't you want this shit released 5 years ago when you was fucking a congressman? Why are you just now talking about it? And they just keep on. They are really brain dead. Democrats are legitimately retarded. Like, honestly, I don't even think talking about politics with them is even worth your time, honestly. They are actually legitimately fucking retarded. It's not an act. They're legitimately dumb. Like, super fucking dumb. They have no awareness whatsoever. They have no, like, the things that you possess, they don't have it. They don't have that. They don't have the ability to, like, look at themselves and really assess how they're behaving and the things. So they're just retarded. I'm convinced now, completely retarded. Because, like, the move right now is to not say anything. Just let Trump talk. That's your move. Trump got himself in this mess. Let him fucking deal with it. But the Democrats, here they come with their grandstanding bullshit again. Everyone's caught on to that bullshit. It's a bunch of grandstanding shit. They don't really care. They didn't really, they've never called on this stuff to be released. They've never called on a Democratic president to release it. Now, some of these Democrats got some sense. They ain't saying nothing. But the ones that are jumping up and or trying to hold a vote and all this shit they're doing, Jesus Christ. It's the most retarded, fake, pathetic shit. This is why you can't win the midterm. Because you're too fucking retarded. Like, there's no way. There's no way you can win. Because the country has caught on. Because the act has grown stale. Everybody knows who the Democrats are. And every day, more and more people wake. You keep hearing about people waking up to who Trump is. Everyone knows who Donald Trump is. Nobody's fooled by Donald Trump. I got news for you. Nobody's fooled by Trump. Everybody knows who Trump is and how he acts, what to expect. So you gotta quit living this weird fantasy. You guys were the ones brainwashing everybody. Everybody was under a spell now. People's waking up to it. Because you keep doing it. You keep going so hard with it. Epstein stuff's another mistake for you. Where you have to jump up and grandstand and run your mouth. And everyone looks at you and goes, oh, these fucking these nerds. These nerds never released anything. These nerds have been in powers for decades. They ain't fucking released a fucking thing about nothing. The fakest nerds in the world. Say what you want about Trump. Oh! Say what you want about Trump, but he ain't fake. He doesn't have a fake vibe to him. Where people go, oh, this guy's full of shit. People know who Trump is. It's just the delusions haven't stopped. They've only gotten worse since the election. I feel sorry for you. You can't make the changes necessary to win. I think your party's dead, man, for real. I'll be shocked if you win. I mean, how do you go back to Republican, or how do you go back to Democrats? The Republicans would have to do some really fucking bad shit. They'd have to really fuck the country up. Because you did fuck the country up. I know you're coping and you're delusional and you keep telling yourself you didn't, but I mean, everyone else keeps telling you did. We didn't all go out and vote for Trump because you're fucking amazing and you did such a good job. No, that's not what happened. You failed miserably. And you gave us no choice but Trump. There wasn't nobody else. That's who you wanted, though. You wanted Trump. You wanted him to be the nominee. You thought you could beat him. Same mistake. You've been coping for 8 years. When you gonna stop coping? Keep telling you you're not winning. You're not. There is no reliable information that points to you winning anything. And nobody can show it to me, and nobody ever can. It's all emotions and feelings about the Democrats. The problem you have with the Epstein thing and why it's not going to sway votes is because, I mean, if you won't vote for Donald Trump over Epstein, then you're not going to vote for a Democrat either, bro. Like, you're not voting for any of these people. That's what you seem to miss about the people that are really into the Epstein conspiracy stuff. They don't trust any of them. They don't trust anybody in the government. That's not Trump's base. How many times you gotta lose before you get it together? Don't understand it. I mean, these people these people have mind fucked themselves into believing Jeffrey Epstein is going to sway the midterms. I mean, it's insane. You did not lose the 2024 election because of Jeffrey Epstein. Are you retarded? I mean, why don't these people get a fucking life? Running up the little MP fucking 5. Why don't you get a fucking life? Quit killing an unarmed man. Fucking scumbag. You kill an innocent man who did nothing to deserve it. God, I wish you'd come over here. And hit my trap. I need to make noise. Somebody else. Come over here, walk in this trap. Look at this shit. It's climbing bullshit. Exactly. I was a little blah today, but went to work, made the money. Yeah, Magic Boy got on early, gave me a status report while I was in the cooler. Foggy and Duckhead draw some attention over here. I mean, got them around all this shit. Right by the road. Where's everybody at? Not no duo server. What you talking about? That's a lie. How do I turn it fucking? Solo, duo, trio, quad, 8-man. You can have up to 8 motherfuckers. If you log in tonight, we can get on a weekly tomorrow. Weekly wipe. Log in T West. What have you got to lose? Log in T West. Log in Maple. Maple is like fighting for his life every day. It's insane. He's like, the power went out, a fucking flood came through the town, killed everybody. You're just like, what? You're like, log in, Maple. He's like, they just shut the power off. I don't know what's going on. You're like, what? Yeah, he said the power's going to be off for the next 3 weeks. You're like, what? 3 weeks, no power? What the fuck's going on? Where do you live? Motherfucker live out there in the woods with J.D. Vance and them. Out in the country. Where did it go? I just had it. Where did it go? We already talked about it, Randy. Rewind, Randy, rewind. Be kind, rewind. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Thank you. Thank you. Randy. You ever had something and then 1 minute you don't have it? And where did it go? You didn't move. You were just sitting here. Where could it have possibly went? But it's gone. Vanished off the face of the fucking planet. Did CERN slam particles together and change reality around me? I don't know. Probably not. Far-fetched. Well, where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? Answer me that. What the fuck? It's the darndest fucking thing. Where'd it go? Incredible. Fucking incredible. Truly. Incredible. Wow. 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 Found it. Randy, 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 oh Randy. Who is Randy? Is that Parr's new name or something? T West, investigate. Randy, Randy. Like, here's what Maple said. Listen to this. Here's what Maple said. I'm going to have to go in tomorrow like you had to with the internet company because they're retarded and don't want to make money. Now the internet company refuses to take his money, turn the service on. Look at that guy right there. Where you think you're going, boy? I don't want you back in this area, boy. Don't come back over here no more, boy. I think we got any loot on him. Randy, Randy. Oh, Randy. Oh, Randy. Oh, sweet Randy. Randy, Randy. Oh, Randy. Where did you die? Where did you die? Oh my God, I can't find the body. Too much next gen, ain't nothing on this motherfucker. Nothing. I need to put a turret right here. I'll put one there. I'll put one there. Put there. Put one here. I'll build the wall down a little further. I seen that guy took the Annabelle doll out and then died a day later. I seen that. I confirmed it with Grok, the anti-Semitic Grok. Becca Hitler said it's true. Duckhead, log in. Enough games. I mean, my God, where's the action? I mean, that's a weird coincidence. You touch that demonic demon doll and then you die a day later. I mean, is that a coincidence? Steve Bannon said there are no coincidences. What if he placebo affected himself to death? What if he touched that doll and then in his own mind he killed himself? You know, maybe it's got a demon in it, and that demon handled him. How'd he die? Oh Lord, that's the doll. No question about it. I wouldn't touch that fucking doll. You couldn't pay me to touch that doll. Oh, way in hell. That doll killed him. Would you go pick it up right now? Bet you wouldn't. Not even getting in the same room with it. Why are they taking it out of the box? I seen him take it out of the box and put it in a different box. What was the point of that? I ain't taking no money to do. I ain't fucking with that. No amount of money. I'm not touching it. Not after seeing him die a day later. I mean, what are the odds? I mean, that timing is pretty crazy. The only way it could have got any crazier if he just died immediately after he touched it. Just fell over dead. But he damn near did. Where's the action? Get him over here. Where you fucking nerds at? Where you nerds at? Bunch of dweebs. I'm telling what that doll does. I'd leave that doll alone if I was you. In the movie, she don't fuck around. That doll. You thought it was just a movie? You thought wrong. I bet that guy thought it was no big deal too. He had gloves on. He's like, I'll put gloves on. as if, he had a priest there, holy water, and none of that worked. Get out of there. Insane. Left it alone. Oh well. I didn't do it. I didn't tell him to go in there. You know that priest that was in there shaking like a leaf? That guy died. Now, if the priest dies, what you gonna say? What you gonna say then about it? Why were they changing why were they taking it out of that one box, putting it in a different one? What was wrong with that other box? It wasn't strong enough?
Hey, Ryan, we got more work to do. Again. A well-known paranormal investigator died just hours after leading a sold-out event featuring one of the most infamous haunted objects in the world, the Annabelle doll. It happened in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. While officials say there's no foul play, the timing has reignited a lot of dark speculation. We're going to break down what we know and what we don't know right now. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Tell me right now, this isn't the kind of story sidebar, but I gotta say, this is so chilling, so strange, so mysterious. We have to talk about it. We have to cover it. We often say some of the stories that we cover feel like they come straight out of a horror movie. This one, it is kind of like a horror movie. It ended in tragedy. What was supposed to be a sold-out 3-day paranormal event in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, took a very dark and unexpected turn. Dan Rivera, a 54-year-old U.S. Army veteran and well-known paranormal investigator, died suddenly, out of nowhere, the evening of July 13th, just hours after concluding his Devils on the
Hours after. You understand? Hours.
Allegedly demon-possessed Annabelle doll. Now, if you've seen any of the Conjuring films or the 2014 movie Annabelle, you...
Okay, so like this guy. Tell me this don't make sense. This guy's got this doll, this haunted doll. got a demon inside this doll, whatever the fuck. Okay, so he takes this doll out of the box and puts it in another box, and then he starts going on tour with the doll. He sets up a stage, and people are coming, they're paying money to see this doll, and it's on a stage. And so the demon is like, fuck this guy, I'm not some fucking sideshow attraction. Kills him dead. Makes sense to me.
We know just how unsettling this doll's reputation is. Over the years, it's been tied to countless eerie and inexplicable incidents, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. But what makes Rivera's death especially disturbing is just how sudden and strangely timed it was. According to Adams County dispatch logs, emergency responders were called to a hotel in Gettysburg at around 8 p.m. on Sunday, July 13th, after someone reported CPR being performed on a man matching Rivera's description. And despite attempts to revive him, Rivera was pronounced dead shortly after. The Adams County Coroner's Office has confirmed that the death is not being treated as suspicious, though the exact cause remains pending, as autopsy results can take 60 to 90 days. But Rivera was the lead investigator for the New England Society for Psychic Research. It's called NESPR. And by the way, this is the same organization that was founded by legendary ghost hunters Ed and Lorraine Warren. He had just wrapped a 3-day showcase of the Annabelle doll at the historic Soldiers National Orphanage in Gettysburg, hosted by Ghostly Images of Gettysburg Tours. Now, the event was a hit. It drew massive crowds. Over 1,260 tickets were sold to see Annabelle and other haunted relics from the Warrens Occult Museum. But according to the Evening Sun, Rivera took precautions to safely display the doll, building a protective case around it, encasing it, by the way, with 3 crosses and vials of holy water. Here's, by the way, how the official tour description put it, quote, "The Devils on the Run tour is a chilling experience that brings the tales of famed ghost hunters Ed and Lorraine Warren's investigations to life. This tour offers a chance to delve deep into some of the darkest aspects of paranormal activity, including the entities and haunted objects the Warrens..."
I'm gonna go get my speaker.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Marshall, move. Move. Thank you. Thank you. Step aside.
Encountered during their decades-long career. One of the tour's key highlights is the infamous Annabelle doll, which, despite its seemingly innocent appearance, has been the cause of numerous terrifying incidents. The doll has reportedly brought misfortune, injury, and even death to those who have interacted with it improperly. The Devils on the Run tour takes participants to some of the most haunted places in America, and as part of its special events, it will feature locations like the haunted historic Soldiers Orphanage homestead in Gettysburg, where the spirits of the past still linger. This stop along the Devils on the Run tour will feature not just the Annabelle doll, but a couple of other haunted relics from the Warrens Occult Museum. So as you know, we're always writing a lot of sidebars here. We're researching, we're doing breaking news, and I am constantly on the run, and I get hungry, and it's not so easy just to grab something. So that is why I'm customized and saved with Liberty Mutual.
Oh, hell. I don't want to customize and save with it. Shut up.
Still linger. This stop along Gettysburg specifically for this event. In one TikTok video, Rivera himself excitedly announced that he was traveling with Annabelle to the historic town.
Annabelle's leaving San Antonio, guys. Now we're heading to Gettysburg. See you there.
You can also see video of the doll's arrival at the Gettysburg. Pittsburgh site posted by the Annabelle Tour account. There's another clip that shows behind-the-scenes moments from the event. And according to the Evening Sun, Rivera joked with attendees during the event, downplaying the doll's infamy, even referencing bizarre online theories connecting Annabelle to a prison break or a phone outage or a plantation fire. But behind the humor was a man who dedicated his life to the paranormal. A native of Bridgeport, Connecticut, Rivera spent more than a decade investigating the supernatural, having been mentored by the late Lorraine Warren, one
then they killed him.
legendary duo behind the Amityville horror investigation, the real-life Annabelle case. And his passion extended to television as well, with appearances on the Travel Channel's Most Haunted Places, a production role on Netflix's 28 Days Haunted. Rivera was also a pioneer in using social media to bring the paranormal into the mainstream. He leveraged TikTok to promote the tour, helping it reach a massive audience. His videos, which were often created alongside fellow investigator Ryan Buell, racked up millions of views, and it stirred both fascination and fear as Annabelle made her way across the country.
Hey, Ryan, got more work to do. Again. You got it. Get the car fired up. I'll get the guys ready.
Now, NESPR confirmed Rivera's death in just a heartbreaking Facebook post, calling him, quote, a kind, passionate educator who dedicated his life to paranormal research. The message reads, with heavy hearts, we share the sudden and heartbreaking loss of our dear friend and colleague, Dan Rivera. The New England Society for Psychic Research is devastated by his passing and is still coming to terms with profound loss. Dan was not only a vital part of our team for over a decade, but also a deeply compassionate, loyal, and dedicated friend. The U.S. Army veteran Dan served both his country and the people around him. He worked closely with Lorraine Warren and remained by her side even as her health declined, always offering a steady hand and unwavering support. Dan was a constant presence with Lorraine and NESPR at local events such as Evening with Annabelle, where his warmth and professionalism left a lasting impression. And the tribute also included a quote from one of Rivera's own posts shared in 2020 after visiting the grave of Ed Warren. In it, he reflects on legacy, memory, the idea that our spirits endure through the lives that we've touched, writing, does life really end? I've asked myself that question today. My answer was, in life we leave a piece of ourselves with loved ones and friends in our journey through life until there are no more pieces to give away. You would think that is the end, but when you look back at all the pieces you gave away, those pieces will always be remembered. So I say, I'll never die. My journey has only begun. Fellow investigator Ryan Buell shared an emotional tribute to his dear friend on his Instagram page, writing, I am utterly heartbroken and sad to write that Dan Rivera, lead investigator for the New England Society for Psychic Research, NESPR, has passed away this weekend. I have so many amazing memories with this guy. Just as recently as 2 months ago, we traveled around the country and introduced a whole new generation to Ed and Lorraine Warren's legacy. Dan cared for Lorraine towards the end of her life. He devoted his time passionately to keeping Ed and Lorraine's legacy alive. He was a loving father, husband, and a loyal and caring friend. But what many of you may not know is, privately, he and NSPR helped families who were haunted just as Ed and Lorraine did. One of the many things I loved about Dan is that he was a dreamer with big, bold, sometimes ballsy ideas. I love that I got to play a small role in that vision. And just as I mourn him, I also mourn his unfinished dreams and ideas for the future. I can't believe I had my final phone call with you and my final moment with you here on this earth. I'll cherish every minute of it. Fans, colleagues, they flooded social media with condolences, remembering Rivera not only for his charisma, but also for his deep reverence for the paranormal. Many recalled his signature protective rituals like the holy water stain case that he built for Annabelle, sealed with 3 crosses to ward off evil. And as we mentioned earlier, Annabelle's legacy is particularly dark. Despite, again, what's an innocent appearance, a simple Raggedy Ann doll, Annabelle has become one of the most infamous haunted objects in paranormal history. Now housed in the Warren Occult Museum in Connecticut, the doll first gained notoriety in the 1970s after
It just killed a man.
Nursing student named Donna. According to the New England Society for Psychic Research, the events began in 1968. Quote, Student nurse is given a Raggedy Ann doll as a gift. She brings it home where she lives with a roommate. Almost immediately, the roommates noticed strange occurrences with the doll. They were introduced to her immediately and told them the doll was inhabited by the spirit of a young girl named Annabelle. The two roommates tried to accept the doll's spirit and please it, only to have it reciprocate maliciousness and violent intent. This is when Ed and Lorraine Warren were called and pronounced the doll demonically possessed. They removed the doll from the house and encased it in a glass box to contain the evil spirited entity. And by the way, the Warrens famously placed a warning on the case: positively do not open. Over the years, Annabelle's legend has only grown, with claims that the
You
doll
opened it.
has moved on its own, lifted its arms, scratched, even caused a fatal car crash involving a priest. One story alleges it once stabbed a police officer. So whether it's fact or folklore,
It's fat. Just killed a guy. I don't need to see no more. Just killed a man. A man is dead
started with the 2014 Annabelle film, subsequent spin-off.
after touching that fucking thing. Keep it away from me. I'll tell you that right now.
Somebody help sort all of this out. I am joined by forensic pathologist, former chief medical examiner, Mary Jambelek. Mary, thank you so much for coming on. Always love having you.
How do we get this thing to go up higher? My God, this balloon.
Okay.
Look at this shit. What the fuck?
County Chief Deputy for Scott Penowitz, who said that Rivera's death was, quote, nothing suspicious.
How do you stare this thing?
Well, from
It's a
what I
long
understand
ride.
from the brief reporting that has been done on this case,
People do this in real life.
That's
Do shit like this. Look at this. You gotta be fucking high. Look at this.
Saw the death happen.
Imagine standing in this like a jackass in real life. Imagine standing in something like this in real life like a jackass. Like a fucking clown. Well, I got my little balloon. I'm floating around. Look at me. Fucking nerd.
I'm supposed to, but I should take care of things. Wait, never mind, more guys. I should have said that. Anyway, we can't handle this without a second crossbow tower. Maybe a wall block down. Mentioned all this. Wait, now we have these big beavers coming? When does it end?
It's cool until it crashes.
Base building strategy game that just came out recently, and it's already top 5 in strategy games with over $1 million. Take shots, strategy, exploration, resource management, PvP and PvE battles, plus a whole lot more. I suggest you give it a try. If you think you have a shot at becoming a king, that is.
Oh, what you doing? Look there, it's hot in there. You might be wondering what I'm talking about because somewhere right here is the white of survivor. The ice age just hit with a huge blizzard and I'm already taking action by building a campfire, by taking the loads of wood, and by chopping down loads of trees and building up the campfire, keeping my people
What's that, a
safe.
parachute?
Look how many people are getting warm thanks to me. This is so much fun. Explore the icy wasteland and meet the legendary heroes and ensure the survivor safety. This one is the most popular game of this year. So join the 10 million other players that are trying to beat Ice Age and download the Whiteout Survival for free.
including signs of suspicious activity, maybe a homicide. You want to make sure there's no trauma in the body. You have to do a thorough scene evaluation as well as an autopsy. Again, I don't know what was done in this case, but if the coroner is saying that, it's based on the preliminary information from the scene, that there's no trauma, no blood, that type of thing.
Could that change?
Of course. I think whenever you begin an investigation, you have to leave room for answering the question. And so you have to look at what the individual was doing before they died, when they were last seen alive, what's their medical history, were there access to medications or illicit drugs. All of that is going to, play a role in evaluating what happened to the person.
They retrace his steps for 24 hours before, 48 hours before, what he ate, where he went, what he did, what he consumed, everything like that.
Absolutely. Who saw him? What was his behavior like? What he complained of anything? They have some problem. They complain of chest pain. What's he feeling? All of that is going to play a role in interpreting what is seen at the autopsy.
By the way, when they say cause of death pending, to be clear, does that mean they aren't sure what the cause of death is as of right now, or they're waiting further results or something else?
I think I would use that term when I was waiting for additional results, typically toxicologic results. So, were there any drugs, poisons, chemicals, prescription medication in the decedent's system? Could they have played a role in the death? That is how it might typically be, but it could also be used if they're doing other specialized studies that aren't toxicology related, perhaps a brain analysis.
How am I going down?
Something along those lines.
What the?
What does an autopsy look like in a case like this? You're given a body. There is no, let's say, apparent cabin wound, blunt force trauma or gunshot wound. What do you do?
Well, every autopsy should start with an external examination of the body, looking carefully at the skin, head to toe, front and back, for anything, trauma, scars, disease, psoriasis, wounds, bone bites, a rash, anything that might give you a clue to the activity of the person. Of course, needle punctures for drug use, all of that should be examined. And that's all seen just on the outside of the body. And then the autopsy that the average person typically thinks of begins with the incision, precisely placed, chest and abdomen, opening up, looking at all the internal organs one by one to make sure they're normal, or is there trauma, or is there disease? Was there hardening of the arteries? Was there cirrhosis of the liver? Is the bladder full? Is this
Heavy rain expected soon and lasts for 13 minutes. 13 minutes of heavy rain. Oh, God, help us all.
They died from natural causes. What does that mean?
That's a very broad category, and frankly, it's a majority of the cases.
I'm scared.
That coroners deal with. It means anything from a stroke to a heart
Baby,
attack,
can you stop?
To something with their lungs.
Can you stop the rain?
It just means that there was nothing intervening from someone else or something unexpected causing trauma. So it's a broad category.
And for the most part, that would be able to be determined if it wasn't. I know it's broad, but the medical examiner would be able to say it looks like there was complications with a stroke or a blood clot or a heart attack.
This is Fortnite. New update.
Yes, we find sometimes situations where you look inside the body and what we find is incompatible with life. So we open up the body and there's a stroke that has taken over the entire brain, and we can see that at the autopsy. There are other times when what we see is disease and we find nothing else wrong. So we find hardening of the artery, but we don't see, like, the heart isn't exploded, the heart doesn't have obvious trauma. And we say,
oh my God, no, hey!
Yeah, an electrical disturbance. Why does heart
get out of here?
We think happens. So sometimes it's very obvious, and other times it's a presumption based on ruling everything else.
Lightning speed or a rate of pistol, this dominates the arena.
You fucking nerd.
In the arena, Killshot has the dash ability, a crazy speed boost that allows you to run away or ram.
You absolute fucking nerd. Shoots a guy out of a fucking balloon. Where is the balloon? I don't even see it now. Probably came crashing back down to the earth. My body in it. Well, it should have just flew away. Oh, look, there it is. It's going to come down. Look, there he is right there. Ah! No! You motherfucker! Fuck you, motherfucker! Where you at, you fucking bitch? No, motherfucker, no! No! Ah! Laggy fuck! You laggy motherfucker! Oh, brother. Fucking lagging in the server. Oh, look at this. Fuck is going on? I guess server booted me off. Oh. Well, now what?
Fills out.
Why does it take several months?
That dog killed that man. Now what? I'm about to get off, watch a movie or something. Might return in a bit though. Might not.